Hi guys, so yesterday I went to the 2021 London Classic Car Show at Scion Park. It was an open air event this year. Fantastic weather, great cars, awesome people. And I produced a bit of content which is already on this channel. The links to those are in the description below. But during the event, we decided to do an Instagram live. And during the course of that, we ended up at the Drivers Union stand where we bumped into some amazing people. And we actually ended up doing a series of interviews with them. Now, the whole of that video is still on my Instagram in the IGTV section. If you go to @ShazadShake, it's not @BrownCarGuy, that's another one I have, but my main account is @ShazadShake, and the link to that again is in the description below, so you can check the whole video out if you want. But what I decided to do, because they were such great conversations, was to actually break them down into 3 separate videos for YouTube. And this following this is the 3rd of that series of interviews, and this one was with Fiona Easterby, who is an incredible woman. First of all, her car was one of the stars of the show, and it's a car that I actually saw maybe quite a few years ago, quite near to where I live at the Ace Cafe, so I was astonished to see it again there. What I didn't realize was the whole story behind this little beetle, and it's like a Baja beetle. It's raised up, it's got lots of modifications, it's a really cool thing with a whole tent on top as well. Now, the story with this beetle is that Fiona, actually about 10 years ago, she drove it from the UK to Singapore via Iran, Pakistan, and India, and all of these places that people consider to be, dangerous and a bit, not really an ideal place for, if you like, a woman to be driving through. But she did that, and she had some incredible stories to tell of her experience during that trip, and of course some of the other stuff that she's done. She's a bit of an overlander, a bit of an adventurer, so this is a bit of a thing for her. And in fact, she has a whole book out on it, which she'll talk about, and also she has her own YouTube channels and stuff like that. And again, what I'll do is I'll put the links to those in the description below. So this is an absolutely fascinating conversation which you don't want to miss. I promise you, it was absolutely brilliant. It was great to meet her, and what an inspiring lady she is. So check that out. Follow this. Before you do that, make sure you're subscribing to youtube.com/BrownCarGuy. Hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my videos. Also subscribe to browncarguy.com and follow me on all the socials. Just search for my hashtag, which of course is #BrownCarGuy. There it is right there. And you know what? If you enjoy my content, then you can also support it, and you can do that over at patreon.com/BrownCarGuy, where you can actually sponsor these videos. Cool. Let's get into this.
Come and talk about your bike.
We're live at the moment. We were just saying how unusual that is when we talk about, the Drivers Union, to see something like that. Let's move over there.
And let's swap places as well. Then.
Yeah, let's give myself a little bit more space. And I was just saying to Yusuf that I think I actually saw this car. Reza, you were there. Was that 10 years ago or 8 years ago? It was at the Ace Cafe.
Oh yeah, I was a regular at the Ace Cafe on the old Petrolhead Nirvana nights.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was down there one time and I was photographing some cars, and I've got some nice pictures of this one. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's the same car.
Yeah, it
so
would
what's
be.
the story behind this thing?
I bought Pedro to drive from here to Singapore. Pedro? Yeah, Pedro the Baja bug. It's very well known.
Name your cars? I do.
Yeah. He came from California. Bought him in California. He was shipped over to the UK. Yeah. Yeah, Pedro the Baja bug.
He's got bits.
Yeah.
I can see they're sticking out.
Yeah. So it was already Baja style when I got him, but I've added things over the years, like the jerry can holders in the nudge bars on the side.
I don't think they were there when.
Oh yeah, they were, but the old jerry cans rusted through, so those are new ones that I just painted up this year. So.
And what sort of activity does it see nowadays? Do you take it out much, or are you still doing it overlanding?
I've had a few dramas with a garage that were doing some work on it.
Around so that we can.
We've all at some point had a nightmare with a garage, haven't we? I had a bit of a nightmare with a garage, and had to get legal to get my car back.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, wow. and they made a bit of a mess of everything they did, as well as bleeding me dry for 3 years. So it then had to go to another garage to get everything sorted out. And I just picked it up yesterday. That's just been built. It's an 1835. Still got a few tweaks to do to it. Still needs a new carburettor, upgraded carb and stuff on it. But it's an 1835, so that's bigger than the standard Beetle engine.
And what's it riding on? It's obviously raised up. It's still rear-wheel drive, I'm assuming.
Yeah, rear-wheel drive, all-terrain tyres, which I've just got those as well. Some
What
new
sort of
ones for
suspension
it.
on it? Tall one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Springy one. I'm about to get new shock absorbers.
Ah, cool.
I'm going to get some coilovers for it. There we go.
There you go. That'll turn you on.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Got the solar panel on the back there.
Oh, that's clever.
So I've got the tent. Basically, I hate camping.
I can tell.
I don't sleep very well on the ground, and this has absolutely transformed camping for me. It's so comfortable. The Hannibal tent. Nina Overland.
So this is not just for the show. This is something
Nina
that you
Overland
actually
supplied
use.
this, who normally do Land Rovers.
Right. And this is something you use. This is a functional thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
That is so comfortable to sleep in. I've got a solar shower as well.
Oh wow.
So I can have a shower. I've got the solar panel there, which charges a solar charged battery that I can then run various things off of laptop, charge camera batteries and the rest of it.
And so have you been able to take it anywhere this year, or because of the situation?
I only got it back yesterday.
Oh, right. Okay.
I picked it up yesterday. I've now got to run the engine in because it's brand new. So I've got to do 500 miles running the engine in.
And then what's the plan? You going off once the borders open? Are you going to go off across continents and stuff like that?
Well, I hope so.
Excellent.
I've already driven it from here to Singapore.
That's
was
amazing.
the big trip I did.
How long did that take?
That took 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
What was the route you did for that?
Come this way.
Is it here? Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right. Oh, there you go.
This is the route I did. So across Europe, down across Turkey, through Iran, across Pakistan, across India, up into Nepal, through Tibet, down to Laos, through Laos, Thailand, Malaysia to Singapore. Tibet.
No, the water part.
That's not water.
That's just the colour of the map.
No, but I gotta ask.
This is actually it's one of the longest. The only place you cross water is there, and of course I went through the tunnel.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about this bit though. From here to Iran, Pakistan, India. What was that like?
This is outstanding.
Brilliant. This was in Pakistan. That was my only puncture.
All the way, so you had to
My
go all the
only
way to
puncture on the
Pakistan,
whole trip.
No,
Yeah.
They do it on purpose.
And these guys, they couldn't do enough to help. They were just falling over themselves to help. They were horrified when I climbed up on the roof to get the spare wheel off and do it myself. They're like, no, let us do that. And they took it away, got it repaired, invited me inside for tea and nibbles, and couldn't do enough for
I
me.
just want to ask you, just for the benefit of people who are watching, when people talk about traveling in this part of the world, particularly talk about Iran and Pakistan, these areas, what was your experience? Because people are like, ooh, scary. What do you think?
Iran, everybody was super friendly except the people in uniforms. I did get pulled over by the police at one point, quite early on when I got into Iran. 3 other cars pulled over, had a go at the guy and told him to leave me alone. So I don't know what he wanted. Probably. Pakistan, they're absolutely brilliant. Pakistan, they gave me police escorts in Pakistan, who most of them were absolutely lovely. And everybody was just so friendly. Everybody wants to invite you home and give you presents and help you. And I mean, in Pakistan, I had a problem where I was fording a river. They were still building the bridge. It was particularly rough roads. You couldn't really call them roads. It was across the Baluchistan desert. There was no road really built, and the guys were building a bridge, and I had to go into the river and up the other side. I could see tyre tracks going in and coming out the other side. So I didn't test the depth as you're supposed to when you ford a river. I just went for it, drove through, and the sump guard caught something underwater, which bent it backwards, so it was dragging under the car. So I limped up the opposite bank, got it up to the top, and all these guys are walking towards me. all these guys, you know, big blokes with shovels and axes on their shoulders, and I'm, it's okay. And I'm on my own because my co-driver who was with me couldn't get a visa for Iran, so she had flown from Istanbul to Lahore.
Right.
So I was on my own at this point. And there's this big group of blokes walking towards me, and I'm about from here to those trees away from Afghanistan, Helmand province, where it's all kicking off. And there's a big bunch of bearded guys walking towards me, all tooled up. And I was like, hi. And they were absolutely lovely. They said, oh, we saw what happened. We were trying to tell you there's a better place to cross downriver.
Right.
They said, here, let us help. And they took the sump guard off and they bent it back into shape and they put it back on the car for me. They invited me for tea. And when I said thank you, they said, no thanks necessary, it's our duty to help travellers.
Yes, excellent,
and that was the attitude I got everywhere.
Wow.
And I just thought, I hope if they ever come to this country that people here are as welcoming to them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love your spirit. I love your bravery. I love your boldness. That's absolutely fantastic. What fantastic stories. And I can't wait to see you go out there and do this
Thank
again.
you.
This is absolutely awesome.
I am on Instagram, world_rallies. world_rallies on Instagram. I also have a book out on Amazon called Beetle Drive. There's a copy in the car. You can have a look if you like. And I also have a documentary on Amazon of the first car rally that I ever did, which was one where I bought a car for under £100 and drove it to Gambia, where it was auctioned for charity.
Wow.
And that was done in another Beetle.
Actually, that was a thing, wasn't it?
The Plymouth Banjul Challenge.
I
I believe they still do it. Obviously not this year, but so I got a Beetle for £99 that hadn't run for 15 years. Drove it down to Gambia, 3 days off-roading across the Sahara Desert on the way, and that I got the bug, as it were.
Oh, yeah, you caught them. I was going to say, so that basically put you onto Beetles then, did it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Here we go.
That's fantastic.
Beetle Drive.
There you go, guys. Check that out. Make sure you get yourselves a copy. It's on Amazon.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
on Amazon.
Fantastic. Fiona,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Nice
for
to meet
talking
you.
to us. Yeah, much
You too.
appreciated. All the best. Thank you very much for watching for now. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave your comments. If there's anything here you want us to check out, I think we're here for another hour or so. We're going to be going around seeing what else we can do. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you're subscribing to youtube.com/browncarguy and hit the bell icon and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Whilst you're at it, subscribe to browncarguy.com and follow me on social media by just searching for my hashtag. That's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even on TikTok. If you love my content, then please consider sponsoring and supporting it, and you can do that over at patreon.com/browncarguy. And you know what? You can use my platforms to promote your product, service, or brand. My YouTube channel is now closing in on 3,000 subscribers as I record this. Total views are nearly 500,000, and the reach just over the last month is nearly 1 million. So join these amazing people as my patrons, including Mohammed Umaid in the UAE, Partha in India, a tech guru and social media consultant. Find him on parthans.com. Tom Conway Gordon here in the UK, Isaac Beauchard in the US. He's got some great deals on cool cars at bespokeautos.com. Reza Adil, check him out at Alizadeh Cigars on Instagram. Mohammed Qasim, business consultant. You can find him at wehms.com. Siraj Abbasi at Tiles Italia on Instagram for luxury floor and wall tiling. Mark Waddell in Canada. Zach Kogiani, a globe-trotting pilot with amazing images for sale at zachkogiani.com. And last but not least, my school chum Shaheer Hakki. Thanks for watching. More cool vids on the way. Catch you again in the next one.